Betty Winslow's horse is stolen while she's engaged in her thrilling act at the rodeo. In the excitement, the horses drawing the stagecoach on which Betty is riding run away. As she tries desperately to control them, and Greg Sanders tries to aid her,
That was it.
So did I. Are you all right?
Yes, but I wouldn't want to do that stunt every day. Not even for royalty.
Wait till I tie this horse behind and I'll ride in with you.
Well...
Greg, those fellows took Betty's horse away in a trunk. I tried to stop them, but I couldn't.
Any idea where they're headed?
Well, one of them said something about Hidden Valley.
That's a clue. Think you can get back okay, Betty?
Sure. And thanks again for your help.
Right.
Committee.
Yes, we were concerned over your safety.
Yes, Miss Winslow. I grieve to think that my gift of a horse could be an omen of ill fortune.
Well, I'm sure it was just an accident, Your Highness. No harm came of it.
Thanks to your ability and courage.
And Greg Sanders. He came to my rescue.
Well, since you're all right, with your permission, we shall go.
Stopping by, Prince Emil.
Betty, I wish I could convince you that you should give up this dangerous business.
Well, thanks for your interest, George, but I couldn't do that. Never.
Very well. Goodbye.
Bye.
A couple of fellows following us on a motorcycle. I'll stay here and take care of them. You go on to the ranch. Betty calling X1.
Shouldn't have knocked them both, Greg.
Why not?
We need them to change that tire.
Come on. You two have work to do. Let's go.
And they're cinched to catch the truck. I tried to stop him, but couldn't. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Maybe he won't catch it. But if he does, we'll be prepared. Stay where you are. I'll send some men out.
It's about time you got here. Walt and Merck will probably be on their way to jail by now.
Let's walk, and we got here as quick as we could.
Hold it. There's our truck. Hey, this is a break. Walt and Merck are probably tied up in there. Let's find out.
But I'm sure glad to see you, especially with that in your hand.
Some gasoline, huh? Sure thing.
Very clever, Prince Emil. It certainly was.
You're quite a storyteller, Your Highness.
Thank you, Captain Riley. Excuse me. Welcome, Betty. Greg.
Good evening, George.
George. Hello, Dad.
Your Highness. Captain.
Hello.
Well, this little gathering looks like it's limited to owners of Armenian horses.
It is. I thought we'd better get together and talk things over. It's a very good idea.
It was logical that those of us to whom Prince Emil presented horses should get together. Perhaps we can pool our ideas and find a solution to this mystery.
It is my belief that the death of the Princess Aid Ahmed, the attacks on Miss Winslow and Greg are part of one scheme.
But what's the connecting link? The motive?
It must be tied up with the horses. Yet nothing's happened to me or to the horse the prince gave me.
Well, perhaps His Highness has some ideas on the matter.
I regret that I cannot shed the smallest light on this riddle, as much as I desire to do so.
Just before Hammett died, he uttered a very strange expression. Perhaps you can tell us what it means.
What was the expression?
100 tears of blood.
Those are very strange words. I wish I could be of some help.
Has anyone an idea who's behind all this or what motives they might have?
Whoever it is doesn't stop at murder.
But how can we defend ourselves, Captain?
Well, I'll give all the protection I can with what men I have. And the horses also must be guarded. That's right. And we must all watch for a clue. There's bound to be one sometime.
Greg, you've been closer on the trail than any of us. Have you formed any suspicions?
No. I might hazard a guess, but this isn't a guessing matter. It's much too serious.
Meanwhile, our main concern is Betty, to see that nothing happens to her.
Well, Greg has been doing a pretty good job of that.
So I see.
Sorry, sir.
Thank you, Jason. Come along, folks.
suspect anyone, Greg?
Well, you heard what was said. None of it was very definite.
I know, but I felt that you didn't say everything that was on your mind.
Are you accusing me of withholding information?
Well, you were unusually quiet.
Only by listening do we learn.
All right, then. What did you learn?
Trying to pin me down, huh?
Trying, but getting nowhere.
Well, one thing I'm sure of.
What's that?
Nothing's going to happen to you if I can prevent it.
Well, I'll be satisfied with that.
X2 speaking.
Come to the secret room at once.
Very well, X1.
Is everything prepared for tonight's plan, Silver?
Yes, X1. The men are on their way.
I trust no hint of our plans has been allowed to leak out.
Well, I don't see how it could.
It has happened before, and it must not occur again.
I'll see that it doesn't.
Be sure that you do. This mysterious person who calls himself the Vigilante is most dangerous to our plan. He must be unmasked and removed.
This Greg Sanders hasn't been any help to us either.
He is a playboy. We have nothing to fear from him. It is this Vigilante we must be on guard against. He must be eliminated.
I'll pass the order on to the men.
If you find an opportunity to execute the order yourself, I am sure you will not hesitate.
I won't. You can lay odds on it.
That is all.
Well, young lady, you better get some much-needed rest.
I will, and thanks again for everything.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
You got a match? No, I haven't. And I wouldn't advise you to use one around here.
Pierce responsible for this new threat to Betty's safety? How will Greg escape from this death trap? Don't miss in The Gorilla's Cage, the 5th smashing chapter of The Vigilante, at this theater next week.